Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and guys, today I'm going to show you how to use the HTML5 video tag. An excellent tool guys. First let me show you my local site folder. Alright, in my local site folder you can actually see that there's a videos folder. If I open it up for you, can see that there are 3 videos inside, which are basically the same video but with different formats. This is the MP4 format, this is the OGV, and this one is the WebM format. Guys, you actually need all 3 formats, or at least 2 formats, which is the OGV and the MP4, so that there is a complete cross-browser compatibility. Alright, you can keep 3 just to be on the safer side, but actually the OGV and the MP4 seem to work just fine. Alright, great. Guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Dreamweaver. I'm going to use Dreamweaver 5.5 as the application to show you how things actually work. I have this document already open, which I've saved as video.html, and the only thing that I've done so far is just give it a title and nothing else. So guys, let's start and see how we can actually use the video tag to play videos. But just before that, I would like to show you a published preview, guys. Let me click on this file, the HTML file, and show you the preview. This is what we're gonna create, guys. Howdy champs, my name is Mohit, and guys, today I'm gonna show you how to use multiple classes on the same. Alright guys, have a look out here that you have the photograph effect, that white border. Not only that, you have the drop shadow or the box shadow effect, as we technically call it in HTML, and we have this text. The color, guys, the green color that's been used is actually show through. It's actually show through, so that's transparent color. So we'll see how we can actually use text captions or text titles over the video itself. Alright, we'll see how we can actually get this kind of a photograph effect, the white border and the box shadow. So it's we'll be using a CSS3 as well as HTML5. Right, let's replicate the effect that you see in front of you right now. Okay guys, let me go back to Dreamweaver. Alright, and start coding time, guys. Right, the first things that you need to put inside the body tags, guys, very important that you need to put them inside the body tags, because whatever actually is inside the body tags appears on the web page are a set of video tags. Right, so here goes video opening, and obviously you should have a video closing tag as well. Okay, in the opening video tag, guys, I'm gonna pass an attribute called autoplay. Right, and then guys, I'm gonna show you how to actually use the source tag, opening tag, or the source tag, to point to the 3 different formats that we have. So then we need to use the src, and this, then we can actually point to the different video formats, guys. So let me select MP4 first, after which, guys, I need to use the type attribute to give the MIME type, MIME type. So that's type, and then I need to say video /MP4. Right, then I can actually close the tag. Alright, then what I can do is I can actually copy line number 10, Control C, and I can then paste it and paste it again. And all I need to do is change the format, let's say from an MP4 to the second one becomes OGV, and here, guys, you need to change it to OGG. That's important. Don't change it to OGV, OGG. Alright, that's the MIME type, and don't go wrong with the MIME type, guys, otherwise the video may not show up. And out here for the third one, I'm gonna make it WebM, and similarly out here also WebM. Now this is the best way of actually displaying video. You need all the 3 formats for complete cross-browser compatibility, guys, just leaving nothing to chance. Alright, and in the end, guys, what you can do is you can have the opening and the closing paragraph tags just in case the video is not able to play in your browser. So you can display a message: you are seeing this message as the browser can't display video, as let's say this browser. Try upgrading or changing the browser. Right, but this message wouldn't actually appear because as I said, I'm using 3 different formats just to be on the safer side, just to make sure that at least one of the formats will be picked up. Now this message might appear in very old browsers. It might appear on your PC if you're not upgraded for ages. Maybe if you're using a very old version, it's a possibility that might happen. Anyways, let's take a preview in Firefox to see how things look like right now after saving the changes, and let's see what has actually happened. And guys, you can actually see that
howdy champs,
it plays the video without any problem. Let me try a different browser. Let's say Safari.
Howdy champs.
No issues there as well. Also guys, you can use 2 more attributes, the width and the height attribute. So I know for sure that my video is 640 in width, and I can use the height attribute, and I also know that it's 360 px in height. So that actually wouldn't make the difference because that's the you know, the normal size for the video, the actual size of the video. Right. Okay, now we're gonna shift our attention, and I'm gonna show you how to actually, you know, show the photograph in the drop shadow effect. How to actually do that. Let's come to that. So the first thing that I'll do is I'll encapsulate the video tag inside the division. All right, and let me give the division, let's say, an ID of let me give it an ID of let's say video itself. All right, and which means that I need to have the closing div as well. I need to close the div as well. All right, so if I were to show you a preview right now, there wouldn't be any change because I have not defined the ID video, which I'm gonna do in a moment now. So let me click anywhere where the word video is. Let me click on the plus button, guys. Have a look out here. I'm using the classic workspace. Okay, let me click on the plus button, guys, to create a new CSS rule. All right, have a look out here that the rule definition, the rule is getting saved in this document only, which means that an internal or an embedded style is going to be created, which is fine. All right, let me say okay, and also have a look out here that the name has been auto populated as a # video. The contextual selector has been automatically picked up by the very intelligent Dreamweaver as an ID. Right, let me say okay, and guys, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the box category. I'm going to go to the width, and then I'm going to add 20 pixels to the width and the height of the video itself. The video is 640 by 360 pixels, which means that I'm going to make it 660 as well as 380, just adding 20, and I'll tell you why I'm actually doing this. We'll see that a little later. All right, also I'm going to go to the background. I'm going to change the color to, let's say, a white. Okay, and let me go to the border category, guys. Let me choose a solid thin, let's say a gray border, right? And after which, guys, let me show to the box go to the box category, guys, and then let me set the left and the right margins to auto. Let me say okay, and let me show you a preview in, let's say, Firefox to show you how things look like right now. So if you have a look, guys, the video is kind of centered on the page.
Howdy champs, my name is Mohit, and guys, today I'm going to show you how to use
right now let me go on creating a few more styles, and let's see how that actually affects things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click on video, # video, and then go to the positioning category. Guys, I'm going to turn the positioning from a static. If nothing is mentioned, guys, you must always remember that the position property is set to static. If nothing is mentioned, I'm going to change it to relative, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to use an absolutely positioned element inside the relative element. There's a use for that, and we'll soon see why. So for the moment, just remember that I'm actually changing the position from a static to a relative. Whenever nothing is defined, undefined means static, guys. So let me say okay, and if I take a preview, nothing has actually changed. Let me show it to you in Firefox. Things are just the same, guys. Right. Now what I'm gonna do is, guys, I'm gonna make sure that let's say my cursor is blinking on the opening video tag. I'm right over it, I'm clicking over it, and then I'm clicking on the plus button. Alright, so what I can do is the contextual selector has been automatically picked up as compound, and the video tag is being targeted inside the video div, right? Which is fine. It's getting saved itself in this document only, which is fine. Again, an internal or an embedded style is being created, which is fine. It clearly says out here, the selector name will apply your rule to all video elements that are within HTML elements with the ID video. So this div has an ID video, which is fine. I'm going to say okay, and then what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to go to the positioning category, and this is where the magic actually happens. I'm going to change the positioning of this element to an absolute, right? Not only that, I'm going to change the top placement to a 10 and the left placement to a 10 as well. Now what happens when you actually set the position property of an element to an absolute, which is inside an element which is relative, then this top and left placements actually work relative to the outer parent. So the outer parent is the div which was set to relative, and since the inner element, which is the video tag, has been set to absolute, the absolutely positioned element is then relative to the outer parent, which is the div. That's why we set the outer parent or the div to a relative, and the inner element of the video tag to an absolute. So this 10 pixels of placement is then relative to the parent, and we'll soon see how this actually looks. So let me say okay, and let me show you a preview in let's say Firefox this time, to show you how things actually look like right now.
Howdy chumps.
And guys, you can actually have a look that what has happened is that the video has centered itself inside the div or the division, because the outer div is relative and the inner video element is absolute. And when that happens, the absolutely positioned element becomes relative to the outer parent, which is the div out here. Cool. And let me say okay. Let me go back to let me insert an h4 element just after the video tag, guys, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say h4 opening, which also means that I should have an h4 closing as well. Alright, h4 closing, right, and inside the h4 opening and closing, or the heading for opening and closing tags, guys, I'm gonna insert my own message, something like this video was, let's say, created by Mohit Manuja. Alright, and in brackets, let's say I'm gonna put my website, http://qualitylessons.net, nothing but quality, guys. Alright, and this message will let's see where it actually appears. Let me save the changes and let's show you a preview in Firefox this time. There it is, guys. It's actually hidden somewhere out here. So let's see how we can actually tackle that, how I can actually get it over the video itself. And we'll soon see that. So I'm gonna click anywhere where the H4 tag is, guys, and then I'm gonna click on the plus button to create a new CSS rule. Automatically the contextual selector will be set to compound. The name, the selector name, will be auto populated as #video H4, and the description says this selector name will apply your rule to all H4 elements that are within any HTML elements with the ID video. Cool. Since it's getting saved in this document only, which means it's an internal or an embedded rule, which is absolutely alright. It could be internal or external. I'm gonna say OK, and guys, again I'm gonna play the same trick. I'm gonna turn the positioning, I'm gonna set the position property to an absolute, because the outer div is relative, and then I can actually, you know, place it where I exactly want it. Also, guys, I'm gonna go to the box category. I'm gonna set the padding to 0, margin to 0. Now what happens, Dreamweaver automatically sets some defaults for you. It could be 5 or 10 or whatever. Alright, we are going to reset it. I'm setting the defaults for the padding and the margin to 0, just to be on the safer side, so I can place it exactly where I actually want it. Alright, and then I can go to the positioning category. This time I would want to place my caption at 20 pixels from the right and 20 pixels, let's say, from the bottom. Alright, and not only that, let me give it a background color as well. I'm going to use the RGBA color model, guys, to give a transparent color, so that the video can actually be shown through the color. So RGBA, and in brackets I'm going to write 100 comma 100 comma 100 comma, and let's say a 0.5, and that should be good enough. Let me show you a preview in Firefox this time to show you how things actually look like right now. So all very good, guys. You can actually see that the message actually appears in a see-through color.
My name is Mohit, and guys, today I'm going to show you how to use multiple classes on the same HTML element.
Now the only thing that I need to do now is to give that drop shadow, the box shadow effect, as we technically call it, box shadow. So I'm going to choose the video tag, the div, that is the #video. I'm going to say add property. I'm going to say box dash shadow. Alright, and then I'm going to click on this plus button, guys. I'm going to change, you know, I'm going to select certain values. Let's say a 3, a 3, a 3, a 3, and out here I'm going to select the color #333. Alright, and let's have a look in the browser, guys. In fact, let me have a look in Safari this time. Let's say Safari this time for a change. So guys, as you can see, you have the nice box shadow. Alright, you have
Howdy champs, my name is
color.
Mohit, and how to use multiple.
Let me show you something very good about Firefox. I especially like Firefox. Firefox is actually getting itself updated just at the wrong moment, guys. In fact, I hope it doesn't take too long. Yeah, here it comes. Alright, guys, in Firefox I have these options to pause, to mute, to show the controls, you know. When I say show the controls, a full screen, save video as, etc, etc, they're not there in Safari, and they are kind of restricted in Internet Explorer. One of the good reasons why I like to show you a preview in Firefox. So guys, as you can see,
and guys, today I'm going to show you how to use.
As you can see out here, that the color where I have the caption of the title is actually over the video. It's transparent, guys. The background color is transparent, see-through, so that the video does not get obliterated. Alright, with the background color. You have the nice box shadow using CSS3. Now box shadow, guys, is compatible with most modern browsers, but with some, you know, some older browsers you might need to apply the vendor prefix. I'm not going to go into the detail of that right now. Alright, so this video, I hope, has actually shown you how to you know, use the HTML5 video tag and a little bit of CSS3 as well, using the RGBA color model to create transparent colors. I hope you like this tutorial, guys. I hope you loved it, and I hope to see you very soon with yet another Dreamweaver tutorial, or it could be Flash with ActionScript 3. You have a good day, guys. Bye bye. Peace.